squad of Mapei as they go through the hill and past the feed zone in the park. So no one wanting to wait around. Now this is something you wouldn't usually see in Europe. When you see a strong team at the front that's all pulling, as Mapei was, you wouldn't normally see somebody go and attack them like this. But this being America, these guys will, take a shot at it, and so we will find out who this rider is when we get the opportunity to get a number.
Well, our cameras aren't allowed to go up to these riders, of course, because of the drafting situation. They'll be in trouble with the race referees, but when they get the chance to go alongside and not protecting from the wind, that is what our camera bikes will do. And I have to say, this rider doesn't readily jump out at me, but he's got himself a partner here at the front now. And two are always better than one if they can start pulling together, because there's a strange irony about professional cycle racing. You actually assist riders on rival teams against the common enemy, which is the big field, and once you've got the winning gap, then you start to decide how you're going to beat one another. Now there's the field, and they brought them back anyway, so we'll never know that man's name, which is a great shame for him, because he put in what looked like a good move there, I thought. Anyway, he's back in the field.
Bound for glory, unknown soldier right there. And Mapei now taking back the reins here at the front of the group, but still it's a long ways to go. All things considered, they're just over halfway point, and you just got to be wondering, why would Mapei want to sit there and ride till the front or to the finish unless they felt like they just had the best guys. And we've talked about their strong sprinters, Tom Steels and Jans Ferrata, pretty much throughout as being some of the favorites. So obviously they're feeling that they are the favorites as well.
Well, we've lost the riders altogether now. Our motorcycle will have to catch him up. But while we're waiting for the race, there they are back into our picture now. Let's go down to Scott Graham. He's out and about today. Who have you got with you this time, Scott?
Well, guys, I've got B. Scala Fischler with me. Standing by here on the side of the race course. B is with the Trenton Downtown Association. And when you start talking in terms of what this has done over the years and how it's built for the city of Trenton, you've got to be happy.
We certainly are. It's a wonderful event. One of the things it lets us do is it lets us showcase parts of downtown that people don't usually get to see. The stretch of West State Street here that doesn't have any commercial businesses on it but has lots of office space on it and beautiful old buildings. Then it runs, the race runs down through part of the commercial district and along the area near Mill Hill Park. And then when it comes back around from City Hall and it heads out west along West State Street toward Cadwallader Park, that's another part of the city that people don't often get to see. We think it's wonderful. I mean, the very idea that there are television cameras trained on those beautiful, colorful cyclists, and they get to see the beautiful scenery running along the streets of Trenton, downtown and elsewhere.
Hey, you've also seen the city of Trenton over the course of the last several years with the emergence of Waterfront Park and the Trenton Thunder. There's been a lot more attention that has been turned toward Trenton, and you've got to be happy with that kind of attention.
Certainly. And one of the things that we've been learning gradually over the last 7 or 8 years, even before the race and before Waterfront Park, is Trenton can certainly be a sports mecca, not necessarily a major league sports mecca, but a minor league one, and people love to turn out for sports in Trenton, downtown and elsewhere. And we're delighted to have this. We think that the more people from the city and the suburban surrounding areas that we can attract to events such as this only does us proud.
I'll tell you what, you've obviously also got terrific weather each and every year it's been here. Congratulations once again on a successful race, and good luck in keeping it going.
Yes, we appreciate what Core States had done previously and what First Union is doing now. It's just marvelous.
Back upstairs to you guys.
Thank you, Scott. Well, clearly that young lady loves the bike riders. We shouldn't tell them that to shave the legs, should we, David? Why do they do that?
Oh, shaved legs are such a famous part of this sport. And, if anybody in America has seen the movie Breaking Away, and you see the guy singing opera and shaving his legs, his father is fit to be tied. But it's a real traditional part of the sport, and it certainly facilitates in getting massage. For one, they use a lot of oil and liniments, and it's hard to push through the hair on your legs for that reason. But also because when you fall off your bicycle, generally you don't get badly hurt, but you scrape off your skin. When you scrape off skin, you need to clean it out, clean off the wound. It's just much easier not to have the hair and whatnot from your legs mixed into it. And so I think those are the main reasons why you shave your legs for
well, although we see the bike
racing.
riders racing at high speeds as they are now and very close together, fortunately there are very few bad accidents on them.
No, these riders are very, very good, and really the only accidents you see are just small mistakes. We saw Lance Armstrong earlier in an interview talking about avoiding some of the accidents. It can happen, especially on these twisty, tight courses and with the wind. But it has not really happened. We haven't heard of any accidents today, so it's been a very safe race. But it does happen occasionally, and as I say, it's usually not bad. You just get a little bit skinned up.
Well, the leader's just gone through again on the backside of the circuit. Brett Dawson, I think it was, who was setting the pace at the front. But the riders are paying a lot of close attention now to the attacks, and they're making sure that they've got their eye on what's going on and not allowing any more hard-working breakaways to slip off the front. That seems to be the format. They're racing away down State Street now. They're heading out. We are still on lap number 7, heading for the 52-mile point. They're still very much all together, so we'll take another short break.
What do you like best about the First Union Cycling Festival? How about when the leaders break away from the pack, or the challenge of the wall, the Manioc Main Street Stroll, or the First Union Jam on the river? Or my personal favorite, the many visitors who come to Philadelphia to be part of the First Union Cycling Festival. Whatever your reason, start your summer with these world-class events. And thank you, First Union, for your continuing commitment to these races, our region, and to Philadelphia, a place that loves you back.
You want to talk sports?
How you doing, Bruce? Hey, how you doing, Bruce?
Sports Talk with Bruce Beck, weeknights at 10 o'clock.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sports Talk.
Bruce has all the latest stats, scores, the facts, the rumors, his opinions, and yours.
Well, all of a sudden, I think you've got one of the 5 or 6 best players in the league.
Plus, he has lots of friends who drop by.
And Luke Conasecca the same way. He is my best friend. You know, he took his road test on the dinosaur. That's how.
It's Bruce Beck and Sports Talk, weeknights at 10, only on CN8, the Comcast network.
Sunday, prepare for a night of legendary rock and roll.
You ready to have a good time or what?
Comcast proudly presents Lynyrd Skynyrd in concert. Be there when the baddest band in rock and roll makes history again.
Sweet home Alabama.
Lynyrd Skynyrd, a Comcast in concert world premiere, June 7th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central.
We thank you so much.
When the boys of summer take the field, it's more than just about the game. It's about the thrill of catching a foul ball and dreaming of hitting a home run. CN8 is dedicated to bringing the dream home to you with Trenton Thunder Baseball. You'll see the smiles in the stands from the inspiration on the field. Join us all summer from Waterfront Park as we bring you the excitement of dreams fulfilled. Trenton Thunder Baseball, exclusively on CN8, the Comcast network.
Hey, you've got Comcast. So you've got South Park and Joan of Arc. You've got lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. You've got it all because you've got Comcast. You've got pop flies and pop-up videos. You've got the sun and the stars and the twinkle in your kids' eyes. You've got it all because we get it. At Comcast, we know you want the hottest, newest, most innovative television programming available. So keep watching, because you can say, I've got it, because I've got Comcast.
And welcome back to our coverage live here in Trenton. We've just gone past City Hall and we're now out into the city end on the west side, on the east side again I should say, heading away from State Street. The riders are still on the 7th lap and they're around about 50 miles covered, 37 miles or so still to go. And the whole overall distance of the race is 90 miles. The race in the last lap came back together again. And now we're waiting to see just who, if anybody, can get away from a very vigilant pack tonight. It's a glorious evening here. The wind, if anything, is dropping as we go towards dusk, and the sun is still very, very warm. Most pleasant evening for a bike race, and the riders are certainly going to enjoy this. But no signs yet of anybody breaking away from this big pack. And if they're going to do it, they're going to have to do it in the remaining few laps, because this is 12 laps of a 7.5-mile circuit, and we are now coming towards the end of lap number 7, around the tortuous end of the circuit where the riders keep on switching and changing direction using Warren Street, Livingston Street, South Broad Street, Front Street, until we get round again into State Street.
Two riders now, Phil, looks like, have just managed to get a little bit of space from that group. So the Mop A team, which did a good job of bringing everything back together, has now relinquished its grip as they come around at the end of lap 6. We have 2 riders coming up. It's a new race altogether with 2 riders going for the sprint line here.
Well, I'll tell you what, Davis, they've made that move in exactly the same place as all of the riders have done on the approach to the finishing line here. Lap 7, we're coming up to the end of. We're now out onto lap number 8. Here comes the main field. The main field at the moment is also under pressure because we've got a chase group of 5 riders, and in that chase group I can see a Saturn rider has gone clear. That's a real danger team, and maybe the Mapei team haven't quite got the grip on this race that they appeared to have when they brought back the leading group.
Well, it's interesting. Roy Nickman was ever vigilant and present in that chase group of 5 behind the 2.
Absolutely right. Well, they're on lap number 8 now, so they're going out there. Well, why they go out on lap number 8, so we'll go down and join Scott Graham, who I think, Scott, you're with Herb Ames there from the Mercer County Economic Development.
That's right, guys. That's who I'm standing by with. And Herb just telling me a couple of moments ago, very new to this job, as a matter of fact.
Very new, 12 weeks. I'm here representing County Executive Bob Pernetti today, but this is my first race, and I'm enjoying it.
And that's basically the impression that a lot of people have gotten in being out here for the first time. Something that's a lot of fun, and I'm going to imagine that the number of people coming in to watch, the number of people that are coming in today, it's got to be good for Mercer County.
Not only good for Mercer County, good for the city of Trenton, good for the 13 municipalities, and everybody's here. I mean, everybody gets to say hello to people we haven't seen in a while and meet new people and see new faces, and this is just great. This is great for the city of Trenton and for Mercer County.
Now, you're also in a situation where you've got a lot of people here spending money. Obviously, that's a good thing. It's got to cost the city, the county as well in terms of actually hosting this race. Obviously, it's a cost-effective proposition.
Right. It's definitely a cost-effective proposition. It's definitely going to cost the city and cost the county money, but it's worth it for the city of Trenton and for the Mercer County, and it's worth it to bring people together and for people to visually see a bike race.
By the way, and talking in terms of 12 weeks on the job, pretty new to the job, got your feet wet at this point?
Got my feet wet. We're working on the waterfront redevelopment, working on the arena, working on the hotel conference center that the mayor, one of the mayor's big projects. So I got my feet wet.
You get to do all the fun stuff.
Well, you can call it fun, but during the day it's a lot of work. This is fun.
Thanks a lot for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Herb Ames here with us, in charge of economic development in Mercer County. And we are also joined here as we continue at our location by Craig, who is an amateur rider for Team Renaissance, but he's got the entire getup on down here. And yeah, obviously you have a pretty good idea of what's going on out there. What do you see out there when you see these professionals riding the way they are?
Well, this is a lot of domestic teams here as well as international teams, so this was a lot faster racing than we're used to just domestically. European pros come in and really pick things up here.
They talk in terms of this course as being very fast because it's very flat, and that's something that can be an aid to seeing a lot of sprints, and obviously it's been a very good time so far.
It really has. This has been a great race so far. Trenton's a great place to have a race, and this entire area, the New Jersey area, has a lot of racing this time of year. For amateurs, there's races all year from March to September in New Jersey area.
So now, racing as an amateur, you get an opportunity to do that how frequently?
You could race 3-4 days a week if you want to travel a little bit. The New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia area has races all week. So you can race during the week. If you have to work too much, you can race on the weekend, which a lot of us do. So it's really fun being competitive on the weekends. And we have some guys on our team that have pro aspirations as well.
Have you already done yours today, or you're going to do yours? Otherwise, you don't show up in uniform, do you?
Well, I just was out training today and had to come for the race.
All right, well, thanks a lot. We appreciate you being here. Take it back upstairs to you guys.
Thank you, Scott. Well done, Craig. Enjoy the race because it really has been a good race so far. And it looks as though we're getting a little group here developing now. 2, 4, 6, 7 riders. I make it. And still I don't see anything like the...